Perfect. Can you first just say and spell your first and last name for us, please?
Jose Flores, Joseflores, Chief of Police of State Center Community College District.
Perfect. If you can, just give us a brief synopsis of what happened.
Well, last Tuesday, a older Hispanic male was seen lurking lecherously around a lady, and she became uncomfortable, and this happened at the Fresno, let me start over. On Wednesday in the afternoon, a Hispanic male was seen lurking around a female student. She felt uncomfortable and reported the subject to one of the librarians. That gentleman was confronted by the librarian and told to leave the premises, and he did. Other library staff were made aware of the gentleman, and they saw him return later on that day. Again, he was doing the same kind of behavior, lurking around women who were alone, and at some point it appeared that he had sexually battered one of the students. We're still investigating that aspect of the case because we have not identified that person, the potential victim. So once again, he was confronted by library staff. They immediately called us with the help of one of our district officers, service officers. We call them DSOs. We were able to locate him, and he guided Fresno Police and District Police to the subject. When we confronted the subject, detained him, and started our investigation, we quickly became aware who that subject was. His name is Fidel Isaac Tafoya, who has a long history of this kind of behavior at Fresno State. His method of operation is very similar what was seen at the Fresno City College Library. He goes near lone women and then bumps into them, gropes them, and then makes elaborate excuses why it happened. And sometimes those cases are reported, other times they're not. And so we're still investigating, and what we've done so far is we've notified our campus community of this person who has a long history of this kind of behavior in this community, that he's been on our campus, and we're letting all our campuses know to be aware of his presence. And if they see him, notify us so we can deal with them immediately.
Gotcha. In terms of just, I don't know if you can go into specifics, but exactly what did he do to this particular victim?
We have video evidence that he may have improperly touched one victim, but we have not identified that person.
Where exactly?
Where on the body? Well, we're not going to give specifics. It's premature to give specifics regarding the investigation. I don't want to jeopardize what my officers are doing as far as trying to identify that potential victim. We do want the help of the students, faculty, staff that were in the library at the time, see if they saw something, heard something, and know the name of this person, so of the potential victim. Because I think what happened at the library was the staff acted courageously. They did not know who this man was from Adam, yet his behavior prompted them to act quickly and remove him from the premises. And it was because of that they may have prevented further crimes, or even this one. That's why it's still a possible crime, because we don't know if it happened or not. Our evidence is not clear. We need to speak to this person to see if in fact they're just witnesses or actually a victim.
Gotcha. And so is that the reason why charges have not been filed?
That's correct.
Okay. Unsettling to hear that this is someone who, in the past has done this several times before, now making its way to Fresno City College as police chief. Unsettling to hear and know?
Well, what happens in law enforcement, when we take police action in one place, sometimes it goes away, but other times it gets displaced to another area. he knew or he knows that Fresno State is a target of opportunity, but I'm sure he's recognized that Fresno City College is another. So we have several campuses in our districts, Clovis, Reedley, and others. So we're concerned that he might think those are vulnerable places where he can go and do what he does. I'd like to tell him, don't go there, because we know who he is. Everyone on campus, everyone in the campus community knows who he is now, and we don't want him here victimizing students, faculty, and staff.
Did we get a statement? Did police get a statement as to what he was doing on campus?
Yes, but but it'd be premature to disclose that at this time. He is not a student. He's not a member of the staff. He's not a faculty member. He has no business being on campus.
The press release stated that he came out around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Regarding other incidences at Fresno State, is there a time that he's usually out here, or do you think it was more random?
Some of his encounters at Fresno State have been in the evening hours. The library seems to be a target that he likes. So
How helpful is this video surveillance going to be?
that's why we need to talk to that witness, maybe potential victim. We need to see what happened, because it's a two-dimensional picture. We don't know exactly what happened. There were some things obstructing our view, so, but that person still hasn't come forward. Therefore, we're asking if they could please come forward, give us the information. They might have been oblivious. Sometimes people that he's encountered are not even aware that he's done this. For them, it's just a bumping, and so they're not aware that he's actually doing it for criminal reasons.
And this is the first time something like this has happened on the campus here?
As far as we know, our campus police has never encountered Tafoya on this campus or any of our district campuses.
Gotcha. And anyone else recently, or an incident like this involving someone inappropriately touching?
From time to time, we have cases that we investigate. So this is not the first occurrence of something like this, and I don't believe it will be the last. But we investigate all those cases immediately, and we try to get to the bottom of what happened.
Just a reminder to the students to be vigilant, and you know, it's a lot of times they're focused on their studies, but
there's a federal law that requires us to notify the campus community when they may be in danger, both physically or health-wise, especially criminally under the Clary Act. And we have put out Clary notices telling students about, and faculty and staff, about this incident and who to be on the watch for. We've also put it on our Facebook account, and we'll put it on our Twitter account, the face of this person, so people know who he is, what he looks like, his description. The picture that's on our Facebook account is one taken that day when he was encountered here on Wednesday.
One student, and she was, happy to get the notification, but didn't understand this happened on a Wednesday, yet she wasn't notified until this morning. Any reason why there was that delay?
The law requires that we give a timely notice, but it doesn't specify the time. What we have to do first is investigate the criminal allegation, and to go and give information that can only help the suspect soon is not prudent. So because of our investigation, we held off until starting last evening and this morning to start notifying students and faculty and staff.
How are you going about trying to notify the students? How are you trying to get in touch?
With the notice went to every email account of the students, and Facebook is international, so the students, anyone wanting to know about this can know about this and have a picture of him so they can be aware. What I tell people is, do not confront him. If you see him, call us.
Gotcha. And just as, police chief, what is it like having to deal with something like this?
Well, people come here to be educated. People come here to educate. People come here to be part of that whole experience. And it is heartbreaking that there's individuals in our community that will come and try to prey on people that are trying to better their lives, or others that are trying to help others better their life. So we're vigilant. We have plenty of help with our police department. We're also augmenting our forces with the help of Fresno Police Department in the campuses on Fresno. In Madera, we have the Madera Sheriff's Department augmenting our forces. So we're not alone. We have a huge law enforcement team. We've already reached out to Fresno State and their police department. Their detectives, Fresno Police Department detectives, are helping us with dealing with Mr. Tafoya.
Anything we didn't ask you'd like to add?
Be vigilant. I ask all students, faculty, staff members to be vigilant. Know where they're walking. Look for this gentleman. If you see him, call us. Don't confront him. Call us. He's not supposed to be on campus. There's a state law that says that if ejected from a campus, they're not supposed to be on campus. So we need to know if he comes back, because we will prosecute him for that violation of law.
Did you guys have any other questions?
Yeah, who was the first to respond to the scene? Was it city police or was it?
Actually,
police?
the first uniform that was there was a DSO, one of our district service officers. Library staff gave a great description, actually pointed out the subject, and our DSO cautiously followed and made sure that he never lost sight of him. And he actually radioed our police officers to the location where he was eventually detained and interviewed. So I say our department was first, but we had Fresno Police there, and we had members from our department. I was actually there on my bike, so I responded as well.
And it was just near the library, right? It was.
No, it happened inside the library.
Inside the library.
He was followed from the library to parking lot K, which is behind the cafeteria. So it's north of here, west of the cafeteria, and that's where he was found.
Thank you.
All right.